Hello everyone and welcome to another TBR video. There are just so many readathons that are going on. I have a hard time picking which one I want to do. So today is September 11th. I've taken the week off from work for vacation, so this is the time I have to film this particular TBR video. I saw this last night and I got really excited because I have not been able to participate in previous readathons that this creator has hosted, and so I'm excited to finally be able to play the game and try to participate the best that I can. Now I have made 2 tweaks, but I will let you know when I get to them. We'll just say that they do involve the chance and the community shelf options. I do have tendonitis, and so I'm trying to not write as much stuff down. So, but I will still do something, but it is going to be a little bit different. And that's just to fit my particular needs. So I have been trying to get my tendonitis to get better for the past 2 weeks, and it has not. So I'm trying to not do so much. Now, granted, I am going to be rolling some dice and writing the prompts down, but at least I am not typing anything this week. I'm not going to edit anything this week. So I am filming, but I'm not going to edit. So certain activities that I'm doing have lessened. So I do know that I'm going to be writing stuff throughout the week. However, the amount of stuff I have to write because I've taken the week off from work is much less. So I'm going to keep it that way. And so I have made a little tweak to fit my physical needs for right now to try and not make the tendonitis flare up even more, to hopefully get it better. So it is what it is. So I have actually printed the board. Like, I haven't even used scissors. I just tore this off from the edge of my desk. So I have this stack of magnets. Right now I have the black cat against the moon, and I have my dice. So let's go ahead and figure out the first prompt that I need to fulfill. There are 3 other readathons, not including my Catwalk TBR for October, that game that I've played. So I have a huge stack of books already reserved for October to try to get through. My stack of possibilities is what I call that. So I will try to pull books from that, and we will go from there. So let's see what prompts I get. I'm going to start, like Becca said in her video, start with 5 rolls, and if I get a double, it's adding on a roll. So let's go ahead and get into this game and see what prompts I've got to fulfill. There's one other TBR that's going to be coming up, and that's the, so there will be another video. You will have seen all the other ones previous to this one, but the one that will come out after this is going to be the Hocus Pocus readathon. That one was just recently announced. I found that one on X, which was formerly Twitter, and but the prompts are not out yet. So I have yet to film another TBR video, and hopefully that's going to be the last one, because I don't know how many more books I'm going to have to be able to add to my stack of possibilities. But let's get into this. Okay, so here's the game. Here's my dice. All right. Okay, so I have a 1 and a 3. So I'm moving 4 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, TBR vet. Okay, so just so you can see, I am going to show you, it's right here, just that right there, TBR vet. That is what I landed on. Okay. Okay, so for TBR vet, let me see what Becca has to say on her list. I've taken a screenshot of the rules, and so let me see what she says for TBR vet. I have to find it. The spaces, property spaces. This is a special space. TBR veteran, read a book that has been on your TBR for a very long time. Well, that would make sense. So obviously not one of the library books I got. Okay. So for this one, this has been on my shelf, I don't know how long. Like, I actually had to pull it off and it was a little dusty. So yeah, I'm going to go with Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I don't even remember when I got this. So Yeah, it's got some pictures in it, I think. No, maybe just that's the only picture. That's the only picture. Oh no, there's another one. So there might be some other pictures throughout this. I don't know. Anyway. So the back says, I don't know what lies around the bend, but I'm going to believe that the best does. So that's the back. I have seen a TV adaptation for this, but I've never read the book. So I think it's time. Will I get to it in October? I don't know. I sure hope so, but we'll see. So this is going to go on. Okay, time for roll number 2. Let's see. All right, time for roll number 2. Okay, so I've got a 5 and a 1. So I'm moving 6 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feed scroll. Now this is a corner spot, and I think there's something special about that. So okay. Go and randomize your TBR. Use a random number generator to select a book from either your Goodreads TBR or owned TBR. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's the go space. Okay, so feed scroll, that's where I'm at. Open up a social media of your choice and scroll until you see a book you haven't read and either own or have access to. I find this works best with Instagram and Goodreads, but feel free to spice it up. Oh, and that's the one with the pages, Dice Roll Roulette. Okay, all right. I'm gonna do Goodreads. Okay. All right, so I'm on my book stuff. So we're gonna go home and let's refresh. Okay. Giant Days, oh, the library edition. Okay, what's this one? Want to read. Squad. Okay, I don't have a copy of that. What's this one? I do not have Anya's Ghost. Some of these I'll know right off. Starbringer by Tracy Wolf. I do not have that one. We could be here for a bit. What's this one? The Moss Heart's Promise. Nope, I don't own that one. What's this one? Flower Heart. That does not sound familiar. Nope. Okay. The Family Game. Nope. The Collected Regrets of Clover. Nope. Okay, that's that same one again. Vamp's Fresh Blood. I'm trying to get one that I own, whether it's an ebook or the 7-Year Slip I don't have, whether it's an ebook or a physical. The Deep Sky. Nope. Okay, I own that one. I do know I have that one, and that is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Come on. Is it gonna... Oh, my phone froze. Okay. Okay, I found my copy. Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. This is book number 1 in the Jurassic Park series. I love the movies and I've been intimidated. I've been wanting to pick it up because usually I like the books better than the movies, but because I love the movies so much, I've been so intimidated to pick this up to see if it lives up to what I love. An astonishing technique for recovering and cloning dinosaur DNA has been discovered. Now humankind's most thrilling fantasies have come true. Creatures extinct for eons roam Jurassic Park with their awesome presence and profound mystery, and all the world can visit them for a price. Until something goes wrong. In Jurassic Park, Michael, okay, he taps into this mesmerizing writing talent. Okay, so another book added to my ever-growing pile of possibilities for October. Alright, I have yet to pick, now granted it's only been 2 rolls, but I've yet to pick anything that I've already picked for the month. So let's hope things change here soon. Okay, so a 6 and a 3, so moving 9 spots. I'm going to rotate this so you can see a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is that? Oh, Daphnie du Maurier. Ooh, I have a book by her I can read, but let me see what the official prompt is. All right, for Daphnie du Maurier, it says, the queen of dark, haunting, atmospheric literature. Read a Gothic story or read a Daphnie du Maurier. So I'm going with reading a Daphnie du Maurier, and that's Jamaica Inn. Most people know Daphnie du Maurier for her book Rebecca. I have read that and enjoyed it. I read Frenchman's Creek not that long ago, liked that better than Rebecca. This is the 3rd book that I own by Daphnie du Maurier, and I really want to get to it, so Jamaica's Inn is the choice. After the death of her mother, Mary Yellen crosses the windswept Cornish moors to Jamaica Inn, the home of her Aunt Patience. There she finds Patience a changed woman, downtrodden by her violent husband, Joss Merlin. Mary discovers, not many discoveries, I'm sure there will be many discoveries, but it's Mary discovers that the inn is a front for a lawless gang of criminals and is unwillingly dragged into their dangerous world of smuggling and murder. Despite herself, she becomes powerfully attracted to a man she dares not trust, Joss Merlin's brother. Before long, she will be forced to cross her own moral line to save herself. Okay. All right, roll number 4. 6 and a 4, so moving 10 spots. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now some of this is cut off, but it does say pumpkin at the top. So I need to look that up and see what the heck I'm supposed to do with that. Okay. So the rule says for pumpkin spice, a spicy book. A book that you're excited about. Might be an anticipated release or a certain favorite trope or, you know, a spicy book. And that's what I'm going with. This is actually already on my stack that I really want to get to. And that is Hooked by Emily McIntire. It says, James has always had one agenda. Destroy his enemy, Peter Michaels. When Peter's 20-year-old daughter, Wendy, shows up in James's bar, he sees his way in. Seduce the girl and use her for his revenge. It's the perfect plan until things in James's organization begin to crumble. Suddenly, he has to find the traitor in his midst, and his plan for revenge gets murkier as James starts to see Wendy as more than just a pawn in his game. Wendy has been cloistered away most of her life by her cold, wealthy father, but a spontaneous night out with friends turns into an intense and addictive love affair with the dark and brooding James. As much as she knows James is dangerous, Wendy can't seem to shake her desire for him. But as the relationship grows more heated and she learns more about the world he moves in, she finds herself unsure if she's falling for the man known as James or the monster known as Hook. Now, this is not a Peter Pan retelling, okay? It says so in the author's note at the beginning of the book. It says this is a dark contemporary romance. It is an adult fractured fairy tale. It is not fantasy or a retelling. The main character is a villain. And it does contain sexually explicit and mature themes. So, this is what I'm going with. I've been wanting to get to this, so I'm putting it on here. Okay, will this be the final roll? This is roll number 5. Okay, so not a double. I have a 6 and a 2, so 8. All right, let's rotate this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big book. What does that say? Oh, something over 500 pages. So this is the one I landed on. So this one was a no-brainer to me. I already have a big book on my stack of possibilities for the month of October. So the one, and I have to hold this up with my left hand. I'm going with A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. This is the prequel to Priory of the Orange Tree. I read that. I don't remember how long ago, if it was like the year it came out, but I absolutely loved that. That was my first introduction into high epic fantasy, I believe, and I fell in love with it. So I am excited to get to this one. So, all right, I'm gonna have to put the book down to read the synopsis. Tenuva Melim is a sister of the Priory. For 50 years, she has trained to slay worms, but none have appeared since the Nameless One. And the younger generation is starting to question the Priory's purpose. To the north, the queendom of Inez Sabran, the ambitious, has married the new king of Heroth, narrowly saving both realms from ruin. Their daughter, Glorian, trails in their shadow, exactly where she wants to be. The dangerous of the East have slept for centuries. Damai has spent her life in a Sychanese mountain temple, trying to wake the gods from their long slumber. Now, someone from their mother's past is coming to upend her fate. When the dread mount erupts, bringing with it an edge of terror and violence, these women must find the strength to protect humankind from a devastating threat. So, I just can't lift it up with my one arm. Okay, so A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, another book I do not have to add to my ever-growing possibilities. So, let me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold this up. Hang on. This stack up. Lift with my left. Okay. I'm going to have to do both hands on this. Nope. Okay, there we go. Okay, stack of possibilities for this game so far, but I'm toying with an idea. Okay. All right, so here's the idea that I'm toying with. So these are the books that I will prioritize for this game. Will I get to them? I sure hope so. I've got a lot of books that I want to get to in October, and I don't expect to get to all of these. I am playing with the idea, and you would have to watch my weekly TBRs for this, but I am toying with the idea of, in addition to this, playing Becca's Bookopoly as I go to pick the book I'm going to read, and then to prioritize what I pull off of my stack of TBRs. So will I get to all the books that I have written down for Becca's Bookopoly? I don't know. So I'm toying with playing on that during my weekly vlogs to roll the dice and pick the prompt. And then obviously if I land on one of these prompts that I got during this game, that's the book that I will go with. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know how that's going to work out or if that's going to be too stressful. So I would like to see how that goes, but that's going to be in my weekly vlogs. So definitely start keeping an eye out for that. Obviously that will start, the first roll will be October 1st, is my plan. Now, Oh, two other changes I'm going to make to this game, to Becca's Spookoplathon, depending on my arm, okay, on the tendonitis. If I were to get the community shelf book, then I would have just done a random number generator and picked a book out of the stack of books that I have on my window ledge for work. That would have been all my possibilities for October that I've selected for my TBR game and the previous TBR readathon prompts that I got. So I would have picked from that. If I would have rolled a chance card, then I would have done a random prompt generator, which I did find one on Google. I would do a random prompt generator, and then I would have to get a book that is not on the current stack of possibilities for October. So it would be adding a book to that ever-growing stack. I kind of like that idea, so I might do that, but I might do that. I don't know. I kind of like that little twist, so I hope that's okay with Becca, but that's kind of what I'm leaning on, because I kind of want to change it up just a little bit. I do like the idea of the chance of the community shelf cards as well, but like right now, I just can't print out all those cards and write on all those cards and all of that. So we'll see. That's going to depend on my tendonitis. And so if it's not any better, then it's definitely going to be the two ways that I said. So it'll be my adjustments to the game. But if my tendonitis is doing a lot better, then to be true to Becca's game and her rules, because she is the creator of it, then I will do the chance and the community shelf cards. But that's, again, going to depend on my tendonitis, if it's still really bad or if it's a lot better, and I can do more writing, even if it's just a bunch of book titles and stuff. There's not a lot of cards to cut out, but it's the using the hand over and over with all of the writing and the cutting out. So it's all of the repetitive movements. So we'll see how it goes. But this is what I have so far. And again, I'm still toying with playing it out. So I have the board game in my cubby here at work. When is October 1st? What day of the week is that? That's a Sunday. So I will have to come down to my office and pull out the game and figure out what it is. Now, obviously, if I'm still reading a book from September, then I will finish that first. And then the first roll for first official pick for October will come off of that game. That's what I'm thinking. So that, again, those will be, if I do that, it will be on my October weekly vlogs for that. I'm excited. I've never participated in one of Becca's Bookopoly things before. I've never been able to. So I've tried to, but it's just never really worked out. And so I'm excited to really try to participate. So yeah, I am excited. Let me know, are you participating in this? Are there any other readathons you're participating in? You will have already seen, if you watched the previous TBR videos, of all the other readathons. So I have Becca's Spookoplathon. And then I have, that one's my list of TBR. Okay, and then I have Spooktober, and I have decided to try and read for Team Ghost, which is primarily mysteries. And there's also Gothtober. And so I've got books picked for that, as well as, what's this first one I have written here? Trick or Treat-a-thon. And so I have, and that's like a bingo style one. I did a small bingo board, and so I have prompts for that. And then if I can, I do have a large bingo board created that I can try to fill in once I complete the small bingo board. But there's also the Hocus Pocus readathon. There are no prompts for that one yet. Today is only September 11th, and I think they said next week is when the prompts should be live for that. So there will be another TBR video which will come out after this TBR video that you are watching now. So four TBR games plus my Catwalk TBR for October. Yeah, my stack keeps growing, which is fine. Again, there's never any punishment if I don't complete these. This is just narrows down my huge TBR that's in my room narrows it down to much more manageable I can pick from, and it's not quite so overwhelming. I love having all of the books, but sometimes it does get a little overwhelming to pick a book because it's like I want to read all of the books. So this narrows down my selection so I don't feel quite so overwhelmed with that. So yeah, let me know if you're participating. What are you excited to get to in the month of October? Talk to me in the comment section below, and until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later. Also, thank you to Becca for creating this fun game.